Welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Jay, and this is episode 8. Today we're diving into a fascinating and controversial figure in American history. Alger Hiss, a name forever etched in the annals of American history, was born in Baltimore, Maryland in 1904. His early life in this vibrant city would shape the man he would become, influencing his values, ambitions, and ultimately his legacy. Baltimore, with its bustling port and rich history, provided the backdrop for Hiss's formative years. The city's dynamic environment, characterized by a mix of industry, culture, and community, played a crucial role in his upbringing. He grew up in a family with deep roots in the city, surrounded by a strong sense of community and tradition. The Hiss family was known for their involvement in local affairs, and young Alger was no stranger to the importance of civic duty and public service. Hiss excelled in his studies, showcasing a sharp intellect and an eagerness to learn. His academic journey began in the local schools of Baltimore, where he quickly stood out as a bright and dedicated student. Hiss's academic prowess earned him a place at Johns Hopkins University, a prestigious institution in his hometown. At Johns Hopkins, he was exposed to a world of ideas and knowledge that would further shape his intellectual and moral compass. There he further honed his skills, delving into the intricacies of law and political science. His time at the university was marked by rigorous study and a deepening understanding of the legal and political systems that govern society. Hiss's time at Johns Hopkins solidified his desire to pursue a career in public service, a path he believed would allow him to make a meaningful contribution to society. He was driven by a sense of purpose and a belief in the power of government to effect positive change. His academic journey culminated at Harvard Law School, where he graduated with honors in 1929. Harvard was a place where Hiss's intellectual abilities were further tested and refined, preparing him for the challenges ahead. At Harvard, Hiss distinguished himself amongst his peers, earning the respect of both students and faculty. His dedication to his studies and his keen analytical mind set him apart as a future leader in the field of law. He immersed himself in the study of law, drawn to its power to shape society and uphold justice. The legal principles he learned at Harvard would become the foundation of his career and his approach to public service. Hiss's professors recognized his sharp mind and unwavering work ethic, often citing him as an example of academic excellence. Their mentorship and guidance were instrumental in his development as a legal scholar and practitioner. It was during these years that Hiss began to develop his own political philosophy, one rooted in progressive ideals and a commitment to social justice. His experiences at Johns Hopkins and Harvard not only equipped him with knowledge, but also instilled in him a profound sense of responsibility to use his skills for the greater good. The 1930s saw America grappling with the Great Depression, a period of economic turmoil that shook the nation to its core. Unemployment rates soared, businesses shuttered, and countless families found themselves struggling to make ends meet. The once thriving American dream seemed to be slipping away, replaced by a harsh reality of poverty and uncertainty. In response to this crisis, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt launched the New Deal, a series of programs and reforms aimed at revitalizing the American economy and providing relief to struggling citizens. These initiatives included public work projects, financial reforms, and regulations designed to stabilize the economy and create jobs. The New Deal was a bold and ambitious plan that sought to restore hope and confidence in a nation that had been deeply shaken. Alger Hiss, fresh out of Harvard Law School, found himself drawn to the New Deal's mission and the opportunity to contribute to the nation's recovery. As a young and idealistic lawyer, Hiss was eager to make a difference and saw the New Deal as a chance to be part of something transformative. His education and background positioned him well to take on the challenges that lay ahead. Hiss joined the Department of Agriculture, where he quickly rose through the ranks, earning a reputation for his intelligence and efficiency. His work ethic and dedication did not go unnoticed, and he soon became a key player in the department. Hiss's ability to navigate the complexities of government bureaucracy and his knack for problem-solving made him an invaluable asset. His work focused on crafting policies aimed at supporting farmers and ensuring food security for millions of Americans. The agricultural sector was particularly hard hit by the Depression, and Hiss's efforts were crucial in helping to stabilize this vital part of the economy. Through innovative programs and strategic planning, Hiss and his colleagues worked tirelessly to provide relief and support to those in need. Hiss's contributions to the New Deal did not go unnoticed. His innovative ideas and effective implementation of policies earned him recognition and respect among his peers and superiors. As the New Deal programs began to show positive results, Hiss's role in their success became increasingly apparent. He caught the eye of President Roosevelt himself, who recognized Hiss's talent and dedication. Roosevelt, always on the lookout for capable and committed individuals to join his team, saw in Hiss a promising young leader who could help drive the New Deal forward. This recognition was a significant milestone in Hiss's career. Roosevelt brought Hiss into his inner circle, entrusting him with increasingly important responsibilities. Hiss's role expanded as he took on more significant projects and initiatives, working closely with other key figures in the administration. His ability to collaborate and his strategic thinking made him a trusted advisor. Hiss's star continued to rise as he navigated the complex world of Washington politics with grace and acumen. His diplomatic skills and his ability to build consensus were invaluable in a time of great political and economic upheaval. Hiss's influence grew, and he became a key figure in shaping the policies that would define the era. His commitment to public service and his ability to get things done made him an invaluable asset to the Roosevelt administration. Hiss's work ethic, combined with his sharp intellect, ensured that he was always at the forefront of important initiatives. His contributions were instrumental in the success of many New Deal programs. Hiss's work on the New Deal solidified his reputation as a rising star in the Democratic Party and a trusted advisor to the president. His journey from a young lawyer to a key figure in the Roosevelt administration is a testament to his dedication and skill. Hiss's legacy in the New Deal era remains a significant chapter in American history, reflecting the impact one individual can have on the course of a nation. As the 1940s dawned, the world watched as Europe descended into the chaos of World War II. The continent was engulfed in a conflict that would become one of the deadliest and most widespread wars in history. Nations were drawn into a struggle for power, freedom and survival, with millions of lives hanging in the balance. The United States, initially hesitant to get involved in another overseas conflict, eventually joined the Allied forces in their fight against Nazi Germany. The attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 was a turning point, compelling the US to enter the war with full force. American soldiers, driven by a sense of duty and patriotism, crossed the Atlantic to join their allies in the battle for Europe. In the aftermath of the war, the world grappled with the task of rebuilding and preventing future conflicts. Cities lay in ruins, economies were shattered, and countless families mourned their lost loved ones. Amidst this devastation, leaders from around the globe sought to create a new world order, one that would foster peace and cooperation among nations. It was during this pivotal moment in history that Alger Hiss played a key role in the formation of the United Nations, an organization dedicated to promoting international cooperation and diplomacy. Hiss, a seasoned diplomat and government official, was instrumental in shaping the vision and structure of this new global institution. Hiss served as the acting Secretary-General of the United Nations Conference on International Organization in 1945. His leadership and diplomatic skills were on full display as he guided delegates through complex negotiations and discussions. The conference was a monumental effort to lay the groundwork for a more peaceful and cooperative world. This conference, held in San Francisco, brought together delegates from 50 countries to draft the United Nations Charter, a document outlining the organization's goals and principles. The Charter aimed to prevent future wars, promote human rights, and foster social and economic development. It was a beacon of hope in a world still reeling from the horrors of war. Hiss's role in this historic event solidified his reputation as a skilled diplomat and a champion of international cooperation. He was seen as a key architect of the post-war world order, a man whose efforts were crucial in the establishment of an organization that aimed to bring nations together in the pursuit of peace. However, just as Hiss seemed to be at the pinnacle of his career, a storm was brewing that would threaten to destroy everything he had worked for. The political climate of the late 1940s was charged with suspicion and fear, particularly regarding the threat of communism. This atmosphere of distrust would soon engulf Hiss in a scandal that would shock the nation. In 1948, Whittaker Chambers, a former Communist Party member turned anti-communist informant, accused Hiss of being a Soviet spy. Chambers, who had once been deeply embedded in the communist underground, claimed to have first-hand knowledge of Hiss's espionage activities. His allegations were explosive, coming at a time when the fear of communist infiltration was at its peak. Chambers, who had known Hiss in the 1930s, claimed that Hiss had passed him confidential government documents, which Chambers then delivered to Soviet intelligence agents. These documents, according to Chambers, were part of a larger network of espionage that sought to undermine the United States from within. The gravity of these accusations could not be overstated. These accusations sent shockwaves through Washington and the nation. The idea that a high-ranking government official could be a Soviet spy was almost unthinkable. Yet the evidence presented by Chambers seemed compelling. The nation watched in disbelief as the drama unfolded, with the media providing extensive coverage of the scandal. Hiss, once a respected figure in government circles, now found himself at the center of a Cold War espionage scandal. His reputation, built over years of dedicated public service, was now under intense scrutiny. The courtroom became a battleground where Hiss fought to clear his name against the damning testimony of Chambers. The allegations against him, if true, would have profound implications for national security and cast a dark shadow over Hiss's legacy. The stakes were incredibly high, not just for Hiss, but for the entire nation. The case became a symbol of the broader struggle between democracy and communism, freedom and tyranny. Hiss vehemently denied Chambers' claims, calling him a liar and a fantasist. He maintained his innocence, arguing that the accusations were part of a larger conspiracy to discredit him and the progressive causes he supported. The trial was a spectacle, with both sides presenting their arguments with fervor and determination. But the damage was done. The mere association with espionage was enough to tarnish Hiss's reputation irreparably. Public opinion was divided, with some believing in his innocence and others convinced of his guilt. The scandal had a lasting impact on Hiss's career and personal life, casting a long shadow over his achievements. The accusations had tarnished Hiss's reputation and set in motion a chain of events that would forever alter the course of his life. His story serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of reputation and the far-reaching consequences of political intrigue. The Hiss-Chambers case remains one of the most controversial and debated episodes in American history, a testament to the complexities of the Cold War era.